Hey everybody, my name is Darren Gorden, and I'm going to talk to you today about the basics of kickboxing. So we're going to cover 6 punches. 6 basic punches that you actually find in boxing. The first punch we're doing is the jab. To throw a proper jab, we always want to keep our hands in a properly chambered position. Now this is known for guarding your head. This is where you keep your guard from, because when you have to block things, you want to keep your hands up to where you can easily access. You don't want to do too much work. Too much movement means you get hit. So our jab is simply extending the closest hand towards your opponent. You want to keep that nice and center of the line. You also want to keep your elbow in the proper position. Keep that elbow down. Keep it tight to the body. You don't want it flaring out. You reduce the power of your punch. So from here, we're going to turn, and this turn of the heel, notice my toes are going up. This is just an extension of the hip to push that body forward. Boom, right there. Simple jab. Use this to feel out your opponent, find your range, and let them know you're there. Now that power comes from this punch right here. This is known as the cross. This is where we're turning our body. We're going to turn that base foot, that back foot. It's going to drive into the earth, and from there, same thing. We are extending that punch. Boom, nice and straight. Nice and straight. Keep those shoulders down. It's very important. All punches, the shoulders have to come down. A lot of people tend to make that mistake. Shoulders flare, elbows flare. All those are different types of tells that let your opponent know what you're about to do. You just want him to see your weapon moving first, and he gets hit. All right, our next punch is the hook punch. Now we're actually doing a front hook. So front hand showing a hook. We're going to turn into our opponent. Turning into our opponent. This is a good way when you chase him down with jabs or you shorten the distance, boom, hit him. It's a nice power punch. Same thing coming off the backside. That's our 4th punch, rear hook. These are great to go to the body. Great to go to the body. But if you have to, you can take their head off. Okay, 2 more punches left. First one, front uppercut. Boom, same thing. Notice the hip motion. We always have some kind of movement, hip rotation, because that's where we're driving our power for these punches. All 6 punches have some kind of hip rotation. Front uppercut, same thing. Rear uppercut. These are well used to be thrown to the body or right here in that button underneath the chin. 6 punches, guys. Make sure to keep that body rotated and use those power mechanics so you can devastate your opponent. Once again, I'm Darren Gorden. Thanks a lot.